Go.
Okay, toilet when you a little bit down, pumps the water all the way down to the black tank. Don't use any bleach-based cleaners in here. And don't go with any more than half-inch water or inch water while you travel. This is your exhaust fan. These things work like a champ. All you do is open this up. Make sure you don't have a vent cover over the top of it, so make sure you don't worry about rain. It's a four-speed switch here, and it just draws the air right through here if you tilt out a window or two or the screen door, and works like a champ. I'm gonna leave that on for a little bit. Shower's a shower. Here's your sink. Let's see here for a switch. Okay, lights. This is storage underneath here, and this tilts up and pins in the back for some reason all the way to the back. Okay, got lights down here. They're all push button. Light there, a light here. Let me see if there's a switch. There is. Okay. There's a switch for this top one. Okay. Okay, here's your breakers and your fuses right here. This is a, what does that say?
Got a sensor.
It's just basically lights. Tell you what's going on. Bypass, whatever. I don't know what that is. 12-volt fridge. Here's your set. I'm going to put it to 3. No reason to put it on 5 until you test it out and do what you want. And then turn this one down to about medium for your freezer. See if that does you any good. This is for traveling. We have 2 propane tanks on the front now. They're 30-pound. They're both full. That's a lot of propane for a small camper, so you'll be golden. Don't ever cook with this down at all, and just use the front one. Make sure it's up. This little light switch, this propane coming in 1 time clockwise. 1 time clockwise. If you change tanks or anything like that, make sure you purge it at the stove. Get them nice and blue for about 30 seconds or a minute. And that way the propane's through the lines. Anytime you switch tanks, then that's what you need to do, is purge it here. The oven has a pilot position. Once these are purged, and it takes a little extra time to get to the pilot position, but it's still 1 time clockwise. There's an igniter in there too, and it's got an oven light right there. Self-explanatory. Light and a fan. It's your dead giveaway. You got power coming in. Is your clock. Okay, when you go down the road, make sure you seat this. It's got 2 rubber feet at the end of this. Make sure you seat them. And this back here is your little knife. Well, this got pinned. This is a knife holder. Something to do with Flagstaff and Rockwoods for sure. Okay, here's your keys. We're going to leave them there. You got 2 sets. 1 key does everything. So you got 2 keys. Here's your thermostat. Here's your sniffer for propane and carbon monoxide. If you spray heavy cleaners, it'll set that off. So you need to vent it. Let me turn off this fan so we can run the air conditioner. Off, drop it. If you push it up, it locks, like so. That's off. Okay, we'll close this. Here's your thermostat, just like in your house. Off. Let's go to low auto. So I'm going to go to cool. I'm going to drop the temperature. This is your dumps right here. I'm going to close the dumps. Straight down. Close the dumps, and it goes through the ductwork, which you can turn. Okay. So I got it on air conditioner right now. We'll do the heater in just a second. Once we test it, make sure. Boom. Well, when you come in the door, I forgot to tell you, this is all your goodies right here. Water pump switch off, Wi-Fi switch. That's for an extender while you're in the park. Gas hot water heater, electric hot water heater. That's only when you're plugged in. Tank heaters or blankets that are on the tanks. Those are only for the really big time winter time. So you use them when you want to. Here's some switches for they're momentary, so they do turn it on and off. Step light. The interior light. If it's just too much, then you can add or subtract these lights by hitting the button. If there's, glare off the TV or whatever. So you can just put one by the door if that's what you prefer to do. Okay, I'm gonna leave those on for now. Okay, you have your slide in and out and your awning retract, okay? This is just your brains, and here's your levels. Fresh is, we're gonna dump the black and the gray before it leaves. You got 2 propanes coming in, and then you can do whatever this thing is called. What's that called?
The app, the QR code.
QR code, there we go, for your phone. If you want to control your slide and your awning. Here is your stereo and DVD player right here. Goes to your TV once you get the right source. It's a Fury on, okay. So we'll turn on the power. If you're going to scan for antenna channels, let me pull this out. Okay, there we go. If you look back there, there's a green LED shining. That's the antenna amplifier. And there's a switch next to that. If you hit that switch and turn that green light off, you can bring cable channels in, but you got to rescan for cable. Okay? And then when you go down the road, you want to seat this to the back. There's a female keeper on the back wall, there's a male keeper on the back of this mount, and they just pop together. Let me find a source. Well, I guess I need to get some glasses, huh? Well, there's a source here somewhere and all that good stuff. So I'll let you, it's a TV is a TV. So let me kill that. Here is goes on your dashboard. It talks to the camera in the back once you turn on the parking lights. So that goes on your dashboard. I'm going to put this in this drawer also. This is your tire monitoring system that talks to your tires, and you can watch the air pressure on your tires. I use an air gauge, so that's just me. But that's cool. That can go on your dashboard too. Okay, we'll put that away. This right here. Pull this up and make this work. We have an inverter in here, so I'm going to show you that in just a minute. This is your fold down table that makes a bed here if you want to waste that space. There's 2 bunks over there If you waste the space to get more people in here, you don't have a place to eat. Manual switch for this. But if you want to put this down, you pull this little latch to the side. Put your foot here and pull towards you. And it drops like a guillotine, so be careful. And it sits on those black things in the back, and you make a bed out of this. After you're done, you pick it up and click it back. Okay. Okay. Did he do the bed yet?
Yep.
He did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you got those 2 pins. Make sure you pin them. And this leg comes down. There you go. Okay. This leg comes down. When you put it up, make sure your fingers are out of the way. And then these 2 tilt out. This is your little armrest thing for drinks. Put it back up. I guess this just falls down, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he knows that. There's storage underneath, and it's just a fall down. What do you call those couches?
The reclining.
What it is?
Jackknife. Yeah.
It's a jackknife. Okay, that falls down so you can put down the bed. Okay, this is your inverter. This is if you're traveling only and you need AC power to make coffee. Everything else is in here is battery except for the air conditioner and the microwave. Everything else is battery and propane. Okay, so if you need to make coffee or CPAP machine or any of that good stuff, they draw a lot of power. Inverters draw a lot of power. So if you want to use it, I'd make coffee and hit the road. Turn it off and hit the road. Basically, you push the button in once, get a green light, and then anything that says inverter, or I would try them. If you're not plugged into a shore power, I'd try all your outlets. It should say here, this one says inverter power here. And you got a light switch for the bedroom. Inverter power here coming off of there, but it's also on when you're plugged in also, so you're good there. Also inverter power, I would try any other outlet to see if you can make coffee with a Keurig or something like that. Okay? And I would try this one out too, because this should be inverter power. If I remember right, this one over here has it also. I would try your outlets. There's not a whole bunch of outlets, so I would try them on inverter if you're not plugged into shore power. To turn this off before you hit the road so you're not drawing all the power, is you hold it in 2 or 3 seconds, then let it fade out, we hope. There you go. Hold it in about 3 seconds, let go of it, and it fades out, it's off. Okay? Okay, let's try the heater real quick since we have propane at the stove. So I'm going to go here, go back off with that, go to heat, turn on the thermostat up. Blower's on first. Blower, this is your intake. Blower first. Burner comes on in about, I don't know, about a minute. You'll hear it. You'll definitely hear it out here. The burner starts, and it starts getting stifling hot in here. I use it when I'm on the road for 5 minutes, knock the chill out of the air. That's all I do. When I get to the park, I have little teeny space heaters with safety switches on them, and I'm paying for power anyway. I might as well just put a little space heater out there. It knocks the chill. And this thing really burns the propane, and it gets really hot in here. The missus gets burned to a crispy kringle. Okay, we got heat coming out there. There's another vent, if I remember right, in the bathroom. There's one here. And there's one in here when you're on the toilet. Okay. So what I'm going to do is turn that off. Turn it down, turn it off. The blower stays on. The burner goes off, the blower stays on long enough to cool the whole furnace down, which takes about 1 minute to 2 minutes or so, and then it'll shut off by itself. Okay, I'm going to bring the awning in. Retract. Make sure that door's going straight out so that awning doesn't catch on it. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but it works well. Okay, click. Okay, slide out. I'll make sure this is off over here. Everything's off in there. Vent's closed. Okay, I want to pull the slide in, make sure there's no bicycles leaning up against it outside. It's going to lean up. Make sure your gravel and everything is swept out of here so it doesn't go under the slide. Blower just went off. We're back to everything going well. That's a clutch system. That's normal. When it's going out or in, you're going to hear that sound. Just let go of it. Here's your solar information going to your battery in the front, coming off the top. This is your solar regulator. And you can rifle through there and see what's going on, whether it's the solar panel or the battery information or the load information, all that good stuff. Put that back down, light off. Does everything look like it's off?
Yep.
Yep. Tied back. Okay. Let's go out here. I'm going to disconnect the power. Turn off the propane. Get with Alex. He's going to move. I'm going to turn off the propane. 2 bottles. I have this one on and this one off. This is your regulator. It's got an arrow. It's pointing to this one. Use 1 tank at a time. Don't put it in the middle and try to use both tanks. You'll use up all your propane and then you'll say, well, why did I do that? So when you switch tanks, open, close, take this and get it filled. But 30-pound tanks will last you quite a while. I'm going to travel with them off because you don't have a refrigerator that's propane, so you don't really need them per se. What is that? Let me go find Alex. And then that's it for that.
All right.
Okay.